Last transaction, I'm telling you right now, the Miami Dolphins, they mean business.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
People. This is a very serious matter, what's going on in Miami Gardens. This is not a game. It's not a joke. It's not Madden. No more fun. Playtime is over. This ain't the romper room. This is your boy Theo Dorsey. It's a Top 5 Tuesday. It's March the 17th. It's actually St. Patty's Day as well. St. Patty's Day. So I hope everybody's excited to celebrate whatever that means for you and your household. C-Katt's on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. And on this St. Patty's Day, as there's a lot of people that are gearing up to do the cheerses and the toast and down some Irish whiskey. And what's an Irish beer? Is there any Irish beers out there that people get off on?
Guinness is like the top dog.
Guinness. You're right.
Apparently, it tastes different when you have it in Ireland.
Really?
That's been a debate in my college group chat for the past 7 years.
How often has anybody been to Ireland out of your
Yeah,
group chat?
one of these guys, Irish is all hell, man.
Okay. And he's the one that's pushing that propaganda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Patrick McEwen.
All right. Well, maybe it does. I've never been to Ireland. I've had Guinness. It's pretty good stuff. Big Jameson guy. But as Dolphins fans here in South Florida find their pocket, find their parade, find their point of celebration tonight, they'll have to do so knowing that they will no longer be having any fun at Hard Rock Stadium this fall, as every semblance of what that shiny object, that flashy offense, everything that you loved from, again, even you think back to the record-setting year in the 70-point game, all of it is now behind you because we learned just a couple of hours ago, JAYLEN WADDLE, former number 6 overall pick out of Alabama. His dance that swept the nation. JAYLEN WADDLE being traded to the Denver Broncos for this year's first-round pick and several others. As the Dolphins have now they're without Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill, JAYLEN WADDLE, Jalen Ramsey, Bradley Chubb. Like the list goes on. These are a new-look Miami Dolphins as they have converted themselves into the Green Bay Packers of the South. And general manager John Eric Sullivan and head coach Jeff Hafley, and now your newly minted starting quarterback, Malik Willis. They all have to now start from scratch, start from ground zero. They're starting wide receiver right now, C-Katt. Like it's actually kind of, there's no way they're entering the season like this, but they signed like Tutu Atwell. Tutu Atwell would be their number one receiver. Maybe Jalen Tolbert. Harris Marshall Jr. These are the guys that are still on their roster. This is a team that is being shrewd. They are compiling draft picks, and they are no longer in the business of entertainment, no longer in the business of providing fun. They mean business. It's a serious work. Did you you played college baseball? You played a lot of football as well. Did you ever, growing up, you play any basketball, C-Katt?
I played 2 years of recreational basketball.
2 years.
And I have 4 career points that came on back-to-back possessions. One was a three-pointer. They falsely accused my foot being on the line, and the other was a nice runner in transition.
Okay, so it's a 2-pointer then.
Yeah, like it should have been 5 points. They only credited me for 4 points.
That's pretty good, though, to get them in consecutive. I mean, that's a story to tell.
It's the only game my mom didn't go to that year.
That was your good luck charm. You're the pressure of your mom in the building. You're, unlike Bam Adebayo, he dropped 83 with his mom in the building. You were like, you need your mom to give you some room, some space for you to get off.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So 2 years of rec basketball in my life.
When I was playing specifically AAU basketball for the Southwest Celtics growing up, and I had a coach, Coach Trish, who used to I don't know if this was legal or not, but we used to run our practices out of the local YMCA. Not sure, like, we used to just get to the court quick enough to where we would have the full court to practice on. Not sure if that was a rent or if that was us bullying people out of that space, but we would practice at the YMCA. That was a walking distance from my house. And I'll never forget the way in which I would be able to tell whether or not or what type of day it was going to be on the hardwood with the guys. with the guys. And the initial tell was when I walked through those double doors of the gym, and I looked behind the curtain because, every YMCA gym has the gymnasiums where the courts are separated by the curtains. On the right side, you got the free runs. On the left side, that's where we would take over. And I looked behind the curtain. I would peek out onto the court. And C-Katt, you want to know what I was looking for as a kid?
What?
Trying to see if there's any basketballs on the floor. Trying to see if are there any basketballs in the vicinity. Because if I looked around and I saw a ball or two rolling over to the corner, or if I saw Coach Tristan holding one in his hands, flipping it up at the rim, I knew that, okay, today I might actually enjoy myself. But I look past that curtain, and there are no Spaldings, no Wilsons, nothing to be found. I knew that this was going to be a hellacious day. And this is what I'm telling you, if you're a Dolphins fan today and you're waking up to the news that you are compiling draft picks and you've gotten rid of yet another fun toy from this offense, when you peek behind that curtain of Hard Rock Stadium, I don't care if you're a season ticket holder, if you just bought in for a game on a Sunday to kick it with your friends, the Miami Dolphins mean serious business. You're running suicides today. You're going to be get ready to drop down into the defensive position, slap the floor, and do some slide. Because this is not going to be fun at all in 2026. I thought at the very least that when they went out and got Malik Willis to be that gap quarterback, that bridge quarterback here, that this was a team that was going to still try and provide weaponry around him for them to look competitive, to feel fun, to be a high-flying offense still if Malik Willis panned out. But trading away the one person on that team that looked like a semblance of what could be a wide receiver one, and I'll get to what they got in return because I do think it was favorable. But them trading Waddle away today, a month out from the NFL draft, having now 2 first-round picks, 7 in the first 3 rounds, 7 in the top 100, the Miami Dolphins are being shrewd. They are being intelligent. And dare I say, this is going to be something that you're taking your medicine in 2026, and you should thrive into the next 5 years based on what John Eric Sullivan, Jeff Hafley, and the new look Dolphins are doing right now. It's not going to be fun, though. Those practices probably got me whipped into shape. They got my conditioning right so that it was a couple of second halves I was able to perform in. I needed those practices. But when I saw I looked onto the court and I said, damn, what happened to Tyreek Hill? Where's Waddle? I mean, even Tua had his little sparks. Tua was fun. Where's he at? Everybody's gone. And by the way, the Dolphins are still paying him. But that's how I know these guys are locked in. This is a serious operation they're running out of Miami Gardens right now.
The Dolphins just got their 2-year poker chip. Or 2-month poker chip. 2-month poker chip. They hired Jeff Hafley on January 19th, the day of the national championship game in Hard Rock Stadium.
Snuck that in, too.
Just slid it on in at like 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time while we were getting ready for Miami versus Notre Dame. They checked into rehab that day. They decided that they were going to strip this thing down to its studs. One of the first matters of business we heard was in the works, and the plan was to get out from under Tua's contract. If it has to be painful for 1 year or 2 years, so be it. We've got to strip it down to the foundation and then rework that too. And this is getting your 2-month poker chip. They are in rehab. They are on a long path. But the first step was admittance. They passed that test. And now it's an every day by day process. Getting rid of the flair, getting rid of the fun, getting rid of all of that. Because what was JAYLEN Waddle going to do on the 2026 Dolphins?
He'll hopefully, catch 80 balls, 1,000 yards.
Exactly. He'll have
highlights.
He'll make more money for himself. Honestly, that's what JAYLEN Waddle would have done. Like, good for JAYLEN for sure, but it wouldn't have done anything in terms of the future of the Dolphins, let alone wins in that season. So this was a spectacular move, and the picks they got for it are all you need to see. That proof was in the pudding. The Dolphins fleeced Denver.
Yeah. Let's talk about the return. So the Dolphins are trading JAYLEN Waddle, and again, reportedly via ESPN, trading JAYLEN Waddle and a 4th-round pick, 111th overall this year. The Broncos are sending back to Miami the 30th overall pick, so their first-rounder for this year, a 3rd-rounder that's 94th overall, and a 4th-rounder that is 130th overall. With the haul that they're getting from Waddle, plus all of the other moves they've made this offseason, the Miami Dolphins now have 7 picks within the first 100 selections of this upcoming NFL draft. That means you're now picking in the range in which you're likely getting starting level football players. And the key to this is, as you look on the screen, if you're watching at ESPN West Palm, at ESPN South Florida on YouTube, you'll see all of those picks that the Dolphins have compiled, 11 of them in this 2026 draft. 2 reasons why this is important. Number one, the more picks you have, the more flexibility you have to actually trade up. So if they have a guy that they're eyeing in the 4th round, in the 3rd round, maybe even if they want to move up in the 1st round somehow, some way, for some reason, which I don't think they should, they have the flexibility to be able to do so. They are liquid. You know what I'm saying? Like, their money is not tied up in a lot of different resources. They are able to actually get things going. Now, money is an interesting concept here, because the other reason why it's important for them to have all of these draft selections, and I do think that they are going to be sticking and picking a lot of these, in a lot of these selections in about a month here. A lot of this is a huge deal because the Miami Dolphins still, even including Waddle, have an enormous dead cap hit because of the cutting of Tua and the cutting of Tyreek Hill and the trading of guys like Chubb. The number out there right now is that they have over $183 million that in dead cap for this upcoming year. $183 million in dead cap the Miami Dolphins are dishing out for players who will not be wearing a Dolphins jersey. $183 million they're paying for guys to not play in favor of their squad. And that's out of $301 million available in the salary cap. So literally about 65% of their cap is in dead money, which means it's not going towards any production. So they need as much cheap labor as possible. You got 11 picks in this NFL draft. That's like having a 20 interns pulling up at the same time that you're paying minimum wage. And y'all got to get it done.
Exactly.
That's what's going on right now with the Miami. And that's why I say it's fun to watch this happen, because holding on to Waddle, and I think that, Devon Achane is still there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last piece that people are looking at that the Dolphins might be able to move. Devon Achane is a probably top 7 or so running back in the league, depending on what you're looking for. He's a good pass catcher and a good, rusher. He's the numbers he puts up are extremely good. I mean, he's like a first-round fantasy football running back these days.
Very fast.
Huge deal. Devon Achane is. He's the one puzzle piece that's left that the Dolphins might still trade. Outside of that, like, the other thing that this does as you get rid of Waddle is this is solidifying that the Dolphins are going to be picking in the top 5, top 7 picks next year. You would have to stumble. You have to luck your way into some wins next season at this point.
Yeah, bad teams win games all the time in the NFL. Yeah. It's a long season. So, like, I'm not going to call them 0-17 like it looked they were going to be in the 2019 season, where they lost by like 45 to the Ravens in week 1, and it was the tank for Tua parade, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that you are on winless season watch, but you're exactly right. They're going to be a NFL equivalent of a lottery pick.
Yes. And what I like about that most is it's hard to get veterans to sign up for that. It's hard to get guys that have already proven their mark in the NFL. Guys like a Jalen Waddle, who's looking to get that next contract. Guys like the guys that they cut, Tyreek Hill, a Jalen Ramsey, a Minkah Fitzpatrick, who they traded off to the Jets. Like, trading those pieces are intent. The Dolphins are loud. They're not even quiet tanking at this point. They are out loud tanking. Because everybody they have something to prove and something to play for, including these picks that they'll make in this NFL draft. But then also, they're probably not good enough for you to win enough games to push 7 or 8 wins and push you out of position to select the quarterback in next year's draft. Like, this also tells me they're not that sold on Malik Willis as a franchise quarterback.
True. They're stripping every possible tool they could use with him.
Yeah. Like, they're going to make him – they likely are going to draft a receiver in this upcoming draft. And again, even if you do draft – like, how much can you expect out of a rookie wide receiver and in a core that includes Taj Washington? There's a guy named Theo Weiss Jr., Malik Washington. This is their receiver core. Terrace Marshall Jr. You add 1 or 2 rookies to that, and it's still probably the worst receiving core in the NFL. So you're going to pair the worst receiving core in the NFL with a first-time head coach, with a first-time franchise quarterback, quote-unquote, or starter in Malik Willis, with a depleted defense. And you're going to tell me that's not just out loud tanking. You're going to tell me the same team that got outed 3 or 4 off seasons ago under the same ownership for reportedly, or at least allegedly, according to Brian Flores, he was approached by Stephen Ross, and Stephen Ross told him, hey, buddy, I don't know what the hell you think you're doing, but if you want to make a little bit more money, a little bit more incentives on top of that contract, $100,000 for every loss. We got a deal? $100,000 for we're tanking for Tua right now.
It's kind of a good deal if he didn't agree to it, like intentionally. Like they're going to lose 7 games a year. It's a nice $700K.
That's what I'm like.
Or was it a midseason agreement where maybe they had like 4 bad teams at the end of the season, so you needed to lose out in order to really cash out?
I don't remember the details around what Brian Flores alleged that the Dolphins ownership did, but I do remember it being 6 figures per loss. Not sure what point in the season he came to him with this proposal, but I mean, C-Katt, Flores is a man of real principle.
Mm-hmm.
We have to give him some credit. If he was approached by his boss, the owner of the franchise, and that owner was telling him, hey, I will give you 6 figures for every loss that you can stack up with this roster. And also, since the boss is the one that knows you're intentionally losing, when it comes time for you to be back at the contract table the next year or the year after that, it's like,
thank you. Like,
right,
nice.
I did what you asked me to do. Like I didn't lose because of incompetence. I went out of my way to lose these games. Like Flores has great integrity, and the reason why I say that is, why didn't he just, if that was the proposal, if that happened, again, it's all alleged. I don't know what the details that came out of this was. If that was the conversation, why didn't Flores just say, okay, cool. And you can still go out there and coach your tail off and try to win. Now, if you win, it's good. If you lose, it's good.
Yeah. So looks like we're heading towards another one of those seasons, except you don't have one owner speaking to a coach in this matter, because it's the owner's idea and it's the owner's reputation that he is gambling with the coach's reputation.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of tough to have a winless or 2-win season on your resume as a head coach if you look outside of the current organization. Because you and your owner know that the long-term plan was, we're going to lose games, it's okay. But if Flores wants to get a job elsewhere down the line, it's like, dang, I don't see Hugh Jackson coaching anywhere right now.
You know what? That's part of the problem, and that's probably why I commend Flores for having that integrity, if that was what was proposed to him, because the Dolphins are 1 of 32, and that same owner could always turn on you and go get the guy he actually wants
when there's
and get rid of you.
When there's a really hot head coach in the market.
Come on. And we know, especially because, and this part can't go unsaid, Brian Flores is a brother. And we know what the brother job in the NFL is. Shout out David Culley. Shout out Lovie Smith. And I thought it was going to be Aaron Glenn, but it looks like the Jets are retaining him for another year. But shout out Gerard Mayo. We're going to go ahead and let you be the head coach of this team. We didn't build that much around it. It doesn't have that much sufficient around what you can do to win. You lose a bunch of games, we fire you, we go get the guy we actually wanted. Shout out Mike Vrabel. They made it to the Super Bowl. It worked out for the New England Patriots. But I bet you Flores was thinking, I'm not going to be the guy that sits here, the lame duck, to take all the arrows in my back and take losses, and then you go out and hire somebody else to work with the roster that I helped build.
And that's why that didn't work.
Right.
Now you have an alignment arriving at the organization at the same time from the same place. With John Eric Sullivan, new GM, the Greer era is over. Jeff Hafley, new head coach. The McDaniel era is over, both coming from Green Bay to Miami at the same time. And it looks as aligned as it ever has been in Miami when it comes to professional football.
The Dolphins mean business. Them trading Jaylen Waddle, and again, the haul they got to the Denver Broncos, they sent out Waddle in the 4th. They get a 1st, a 3rd, and a 4th-round pick. Yes, they are paying some of Waddle's contract, but that's what you got to do when you have a receiver that kind of underperformed over the past couple of years. You weren't going to get full value for Jaylen Waddle. The fact that you got a 1st in return, you got to thank your lucky stars. The Dolphins made out like bandits in this. Now you know what? John Eric Sullivan, even Hafley, who's going to have a lot of, say at the table, see how good you could draft. Let's see what you got. You got a month. We had the combine. You're about to do all the interviews. You got the process ahead of time. You got a bunch of picks and a lot of maneuverability and a blank canvas. The Dolphins have a chance to really shape their future. People are saying it's a weak class. I love this for the Miami Dolphins because, again, it shows they mean business and they're not hung up on the style points that came with having guys like Jaylen Waddle on their roster. I'm in love with this move. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. That's how you can join in on the show. Theoretically speaking, it is a Top 5 Tuesday, and your Miami Dolphins just made a shrewd business move, dealing Jaylen Waddle, who is also a fan favorite, dealing him to the Denver Broncos, the same team that you dropped 70 on their head, without Jaylen Waddle.
Well,
ironically.
Yeah, Jaylen Waddle was a crowd favorite because if you liken it to two siblings where one drops out of high school and like gets kicked out of the house is Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And then Jaylen Waddle got straight C's, but he's okay. He's got the tension every once in a while.
Yeah. No,
it's like his comparison to Tyreek Hill when it comes to Miami Dolphins receivers to the fan base.
And he had a fun dance. He did a little waddle. He scores a touchdown, he does the waddle. You can't underestimate. Literally, I'm telling you, my wife was saddened by the Waddle news this morning. When it came, I knew I had to. I broke it to her. I was very kind about it. I was, hey, look, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, but Jaylen Waddle's moving on, going to the Denver Broncos. At least he can go to a team where he can compete. And he was a fan favorite for the kids too, because the kids love doing the Waddle dance. Dolphins fans are going to miss this one. I think this one actually is probably going to hurt even more than losing Tyreek Hill because he was actually a solid player. He was 26 years old. You could trick yourself into believing you could build with him, and he had a fun little dance.
They used a first-round pick on him to get him, and now they're getting one in return, and they don't have to pay him anymore. This is a great day.
You know what? Dolphins fans, are you in or are you out on moving Waddle? I'm telling you, Waddle is a fan favorite. Happy, sad, like give me your emotion. What emotion are you feeling as a Dolphins fan today? Is now the pretty much the second to last piece is now gone. All that's left is HN.
And I'm not trying to speak for Dolphins fans, but if I was put in their shoes right now, longest postseason win drought in professional sports.
Yeah.
Dude, you'll be a fan favorite of mine if you can convert into wins. I don't care what flash you have, what fun you have, how funny, how silly, how likable. Win me a damn postseason game. And obviously the receiver position is not the person to ask that.
It's so contingent.
Disposing of one in order for the value that they got is a step in the perfect direction.
I think this is a shrewd business move. I think it was smart. I think the Dolphins will be better because of it. But that don't mean it don't hurt. Just like when I was growing up playing hoops, and I peek behind the curtain, I see there's no basketballs on the court. I'm like, this is going to be a tough day. Now, I didn't have the mindset of knowing it was better for me, but I'm like, I might want to go. There was one time that I actually did go home. Got in trouble for it. Saw there was no basketballs. Walked my ass back home. Said, look, I'll sign up for basketball practice. I ain't want to do wind sprints today. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Dolphins fans, how you feeling? Give me one word that summarizes your emotion with Waddle out the door and the picks coming in. 888-760-3776. That's the Baptist Health Hotline. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. If an injury is keeping you from what you love, our expert team is here to get you back in the game. This is trusted by the pros and ready for you because everyone deserves pro-level care. You might have a little back pain, you might have some joint pains, you might have some aches, you might have soreness. There are things that are preventing you from being the you that you know you can be. But guess what? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care is there for you to get you back right. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more. baptisthealth.net/ortho. That's the website. Welcome to being treated like a pro. I have Jaylen Waddle. Jaylen Waddle had some kind words for his now future / current teammate that will show you on the other side. I'm going to put it to you like this. It's fighting words. It's fighting words Waddle had for somebody who was a superstar of the Broncos. We'll see how that goes over. We'll show you that and more on the other side. That is C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Think your season's over? Let's turn your off-season back on. Hoops is heating up on Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal way to bet the NBA. So you can bet on teams, star players, and more. With games practically every day. Roll with Hard Rock Bet. Users get paid double winnings on your first 10 bets. Max bet of $50 per bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Who says buying a car takes all day? At Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, we respect your time and make it simple. Shop online, value your trade, get pre-approved before you arrive. Then swing by, sign, and drive. Fast and easy. From the all-new redesigned 2027 Kia Telluride to the versatile Kia Sportage to the sporty Kia K4. Your next Kia is waiting. Transparent pricing, zero pressure, just a smarter way to buy. Upgrade this month without slowing down. Only at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We want to see ya in a Greenway.
The countdown to the biggest celebration in our nation's history is on. From events to festivals to hometown parades, July 4th, 2026 is going to be the biggest celebration our country has ever seen. Are you ready? Visit TeamIPCorporate.com to order your custom USA 250 merch and make sure your teams, events, and communities are ready for July 4th, 2026. Team IP. Celebrate big, celebrate bold.
Right now, there may be another driver swerving in and out of lanes, tailgating others, and just won't let up on the gas. It may be stressful, but keep doing you. Because you are knowing the speed limit, using that blinker like a pro, and embracing the space with the driver in front of you. Nice. Let's keep our roads chill. Brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Jeff Bowden, Executive Principal and Leader of Anshin's Tax Department.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act creates powerful new planning opportunities for high net worth individuals and business owners. The new tax legislation formally increases the estate and gift tax exemption to $15 million per person, restores full expensing for domestic R&D costs, updates the Opportunity Zone and qualified small business stock provisions, and includes other changes that will impact businesses and individuals. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we help clients understand the intricacies of the bill and develop a plan tailored to meet their goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner looking to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value that others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
Hey, Rep, time out, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With a free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants, delivering cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com, serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Hey everybody, it's Cade Chumslin. Every week, Land Rover Palm Beach supports local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community by naming a Player of the Week. This year, $35,000 will be awarded to student athletes and their schools. Tune in to ESPN West Palm High School Game Day every Friday night as I unveil this week's featured athlete. If you have a great performance that I need to know about, DM us at ESPN West Palm, Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond.
Y'all get some more drinks going on.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
I'm here here. I'm seeing through the ESPN West Palm office Teams chat that Michael Rizzo of Russo and Rizzo, has the best first pitch of 2026. Has the video of this been released? Is this a wait to release during Russo and Rizzo special?
That's a great question because it is late breaking news. This happened at around 12:55, and we just got the video.
Okay.
This was like that movie that happened when there was the attack at the Olympic Village, and they got the footage, then to run back into the studio to show the footage to the world. I have it in my hands right now.
Okay, so you've seen this pitch.
I am one of many that I've seen this.
Okay.
But I want to share with our audience in T-minus 16 minutes.
Also, I hear Colin Russo also threw a pitch this morning or afternoon.
Yes, they tandemed it.
Was it at the same time or back-to-back?
Back-to-back.
Back-to-back first pitches. And Colin, I'm guessing that means did not. Have you seen the video of Colin Russo's first pitch?
I have seen both.
Okay.
We have both first pitches, video proof of it.
Okay.
And it will be exclusively released on ESPN South Florida's YouTube page.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, I can't wait to get to that. Can't wait to see how that went for both of those fellas. Apparently, one of them beat me. We'll see if Collins is better or worse than mine. It's hard to judge these things. But, ABS system, not in use, similar to the World Baseball Classic yet. So, also hard to know whether or not either of us hit the strike zone. But what I will say is, C-Katt, JAYLEN WADDLE, the former Miami Dolphin, now current Denver Bronco, I'm not sure if he had a heads up as to whether or not he was going to be getting dealt or if he just was mouthing off at a former teammate of his in college. But he was at a random, boxing event over the weekend. Just a random boxing event. One of these probably, there's the YouTubers and influencers and former pro athletes fighting. And I've come to a place in my life where I've tuned those completely out. So I've no clue who the headliner in this was, but I'm sure it was big. I think I heard something about Blueface being a part of it.
I don't know who that is, but yes.
Yeah, Blueface is his person. He's a person who raps and also does a lot of internet videos. Either way, JAYLEN WADDLE, at the time Miami Dolphins receiver, was posed with a question at said event and either knowingly or unknowingly took shot at now his new teammate.
Later in your career or now, would you ever see yourself getting inside the ring in Branders?
Who am I fighting? Like you gotta give me like who I'm fighting.
Anybody.
Pat Surtain. I beat the out of him.
Oh, Pat Surtain.
Beat the dog out here.
Oh my God. All right.
There's a lot more people.
There's a lot more people?
But that's just top of my mind. I beat the dog out, bro.
First of all, Pat Surtain is bigger, stronger, not faster, but I would probably ascertain that their hands are at least equally quick than JAYLEN WADDLE. He's a cornerback and a former defensive player of the year for the Denver Broncos, if y'all aren't so familiar with Pat Surtain. And if they weren't teammates at Alabama previously, I would have thought that there was a little bit of seriousness in this because Waddle went after him a little bit. No reason.
Yeah.
Unprovoked.
Those are good teammates. Good college friends.
Yes.
That's a shot that you take with a smile on your face and confidence, authority, and no bashfulness. I'd beat the out of him. That's awesome. I like that a lot.
I love it. So now it happened 3 days before he was traded. We were having a conversation before, and do you think that he knew he would be a Bronco
I think
at that point?
I think so.
Like, these things go through agents and whatnot. I'm pretty sure he's a Rosenhaus guy, and Rosenhaus is pretty tapped in. I just have a good inclination that at that point, he purposely picked, because he has a lot of former Bama teammates that are in the league that he could have picked.
Right, but specifically one that he will be a teammate with soon.
That's got to be pretty cool. That's got to be pretty cool for them Bama boys. But then also, I will say, if I'm Pat Surtain, we got training camp, we got OTAs, we got mini camp. Like, there's going to be a lot of cameras on us. This clip is now making its rounds.
There's going to be like summer one-on-ones.
Yeah, that's cornerback 1 versus wide receiver 1 coming up soon.
And they're going to be hand fighting.
Yeah.
And it's going to get intense. And those guys have probably done that at Bama's practice already. And now, we've evolved. We've gone through the different stages of life. You've had more career success with your team, Surtain. Waddle's got to prove himself. That's going to be appointment television for those training camp reps.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be they're one of the first questions both of them are going to get upon entrance when they make their training camp entrance is going to be about those words and about whether or not they're going to settle it. So, I mean, hopefully the Denver, PR and the social media team has some fun with it. But, Jaylen Waddle writing some checks he's going to have to cash eventually out there in the Mile High. And in the Mile High, that is a football team that we forget because it never looked great. But,
They got pick number 30 in the first round for a reason.
Yeah. Like they were a half away from being in the Super Bowl with their backup quarterback. And it really was a snow globe fake second half that impeded their progress because who knows what Stidham could have looked like given a fair, regular football conditions. Who knows?
It'd be worse.
I don't think it would be worse.
I think it'd be much worse.
It wouldn't be worse. Why would it be worse?
The Patriots' offense would look a lot better if they weren't inhibited by the conditions in that game.
No. Look at the Super Bowl. They weren't inhibited. They went up against a top-flight defense. The Broncos had, through the regular season, the number one defense in the NFL. The Broncos had a near record amount of sacks in the regular season, so they were going to get pressure on Drake May. The snow only unsteadies a pass rush because you can't tee off like you want to. Like, I think in fair conditions, the Broncos are in the Super Bowl. With Stidham.
I feel like we would have seen the same game that we saw the week prior where the Patriots beat the Texans, and it wasn't that pretty.
I mean, at this point, we're just throwing hypotheticals out there, surely. But I mean, but I can at least say this much. The Broncos with Bo Nix, the Broncos at full strength, they were one game away from making it to the Super Bowl, and now they add a guy in Jaylen Waddle who should add an element to their offense, a little bit more speed, a little bit more something for defenses to consider at the very least.
He's probably the best receiver on their team.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton's been there for forever.
Yeah, he's a little older. He's a little longer in the tooth at this point. Waddle's going to be when you trade a first-round pick plus.
Yeah, he better be your leading receiver.
Sean Payton better have a plan. He's got to be a guy, and apparently Sean Payton, who also gave up play calling, he has to have a real reason because you could have just drafted a receiver at 30. So you're paying Jaylen Waddle and you sent off a first-round pick for him. The Broncos have some kind of plan for him. But I say that to say this. This is a Broncos team that people are going to have to continue to take seriously year after year. They made the playoffs in Bo Nix's first year when nobody thought they had a shot. They won the AFC West, breaking the Chiefs' 9 straight division title streak, which was nearing the Patriots' level of dominance. And now they're coming off of a season in which they were a half away in a snow globe and a full game away with the starting quarterback from making it to the Super Bowl. And I do believe, given one of those two factors changing, no snow or no Stidham, the Broncos would have been able to beat those New England Patriots. And we could be talking about a team that was competing in the very final game. I don't think they would have. Nobody was beating the Seahawks this year. If Rams couldn't do it, nobody was going to be able to do it out of the AFC. But again, that is a serious team that went out and got Waddle because they think they're one piece away. We're going to find that out very soon.
It's also begs the question, what is the market now for A.J. Brown?
Ooh.
Because this is the latest receiver that got dealt. And I think it's definitive that A.J. Brown is probably more valuable than Jaylen Waddle.
I mean, yeah, clearly. 100%.
But if they're getting a first and a third, then swapping fourth, which actually makes the better draft capital for the Broncos in that round.
Yeah.
A first and a third for Jaylen Waddle. We heard a first round and a second round sweetener was the ask from GM Howie Roseman from the Philadelphia Eagles. I almost think the price went up.
What I think is I don't think the price can go up, but I do think that the demand has to feel like it's going up. As in, now the team, that price is more verified.
Okay, I got you. It's validated from a deal that was made elsewhere.
Yeah.
See, and our guy, A.J. Brown's better than Waddle.
Yes.
So he's definitely worth what we said before.
Because you're not getting 2 firsts for A.J. Brown. The price can't go up much further than a first and a second. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of teams out there that should pay a first and a second. I look at the New England Patriots, the team that was going up against the Denver Broncos in that snow globe game. Who did they go get? Romeo Doubs from the Packers? That's their receiver?
I think so. They
have the number 31 pick in the NFL draft. they could look at the Patriots, or excuse me, at the Eagles and say, well, we'll give you 31 and our second. You give us A.J. Brown. That's Vrabel's old guy. He's disgruntled, doesn't want to be in Philly. Philly's not going to likely want to continue to pay him, especially if he's not going to be that much of an asset to their offense. And Drake could use a real big body, fast target that is actually like a threat that people have to game plan against. Maybe that's the move that comes after this. But you're right. The price goes up, at least in the way in which now it's like you cannot refute my claim. I wonder what teams were offering before and what they're going to be able to demand after. But I see it first and a second, and I think the Patriots should be the team.
Yeah.
Go out and do it.
Yeah, Dobbs and Brown added in the offseason.
That'll be huge. With no Diggs, Dobbs and A.J. Brown added to that offense could do numbers. And if you're the Patriots, you have to look at it and say, do we want to stick and pick at the back end of these rounds and cross our fingers and hope that we have a good commodity, or do we want to go out and get the sure thing? I say you go out and get the sure thing. That's what I did. EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing, that's the sure thing. Do you want to prod around, hop into Yellow Pages, and try to hope and see if you can find an air conditioning or plumbing company that actually sticks by your side, that actually has good rates but also great service? Or do you want to go with the people I've been telling you about since day one? Don't let your AC be the one seed that gets upset this month of March. EDS is now offering 0% interest financing for 60 months to qualified customers. EDS is yes. EDSisyes.com. That's the website to go to, because when the heat turns up, you're going to want to avoid the upset, and you're going to want to go with the experience. 20 years in the game. EDS is yes. EDSisyes.com. Since 2006, servicing this area, since the Heat were proverbially cutting down the nets in the finals, EDS has been helping you beat the Heat. So no matter if it's some late game pressure and you need some clutch performances at your home, lock in with the 0% interest financing right now for 60 months for qualified customers. EDSisyes.com. I'm a Gold Plan member. That means that I get 2 check-ins every single year, preventative care and repair. They take care of you. They've taken care of me. Allow them to enter your home and give you that comfortability that you deserve. EDS stands for Everyday Savings. EDS is yes. EDSisyes.com. Tap in with the good people.
Do you want to guess what the early season win total number currently in sportsbooks is for the Miami Dolphins in 2026?
Wow.
You know what?
Wow. Is it 4.5?
It's 4.5.
Wow.
It is tied for the franchise's lowest season win total since 1989.
Perfect. That's what you should be looking for. That is, if you're the Dolphins, because again, it is easy, like young players with something to prove who are not going to do enough to win you football games, but can do you enough to show competence. Malik Willis, whoever you draft as a receiver out of this draft in the first or second round, Devon Achane still can show you that he deserves that deal next year if you don't deal him off before this season kicks off. All of the young defenders you're going to bring in to run Jeff Hafley's system, they can play to the fullest of their hearts. They can play and leave it all on the field to earn their next contract while you're still earning a high draft pick in next year's draft. And you can get your quarterback if Willis don't work out.
And I told you, tied for the lowest, the season that was tied with it was going to the 2019 season. That also was 4.5.
Oh, wow.
Over-under win total.
Did they hit it?
They won 5 games.
Wow. Yeah, Vegas is pretty good.
They still got the tank for Tua.
They did get the tank for Tua. And for the Miami Dolphins, specifically for this upcoming year, you know what I think the best case scenario actually would be? Is that Malik Willis actually looks like a franchise quarterback, like he looks really good, but you lose enough games to still be picking in the top 3, and you walk away with Jeremiah Smith.
You think?
And you
think
walk
that's
away
in the
with
best interest for the Dolphins?
Yes.
You think the best version of Malik Willis is truly better than a quarterback you can get in the lottery? I keep on saying lottery, but a premium quarterback pick.
We get it. Everybody knows.
For the price that you're having, we're not too committal to him right now.
Here's the thing, man.
Because I almost think that is, you're fooling yourself in that situation.
Well, here's the thing. It's an if-then statement. And the that is a very pivotal if. Bold, italicized, however you want to emphasize it. The if is all centering around what you think of Malik Willis with a full season of starting. Because you can look good without winning football games. We saw Drake May do it the year before last. Like, you can look good. Cam Ward still showed flashes, still showed that he can be an excellent quarterback in spots, but the Titans are picking number 4 overall. Like, you can still play well and your team suffers losses because you're not strong enough. I think that's the best case scenario for the Dolphins because I think all those quarterbacks are nice, shiny objects. The best player out of next year's draft is going to be Jeremiah Smith. They called that dude the LeBron James of football. And you're in Miami, where he's from. He didn't get to play here in college. He went to Ohio State. If you're the Dolphins, you want Malik Willis to look like a franchise quarterback, and you want to still be picking in the top 3 or 4, and you're hoping that Jeremiah Smith falls in your lap because that would be incredible. If that dude ends up being – the comps are like Julio Jones. Don't forget, the Falcons didn't just draft him in the top 5. They traded up for him. Like, this is something else. We continue, theoretically speaking, on the Top 5 Tuesday on the other side here with a little get-around action. We bounce from city to city, place to place.
And we're going to start in West Palm, where, when we come back, unveiling the Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, co-hosts of the 4 to 6 window on ESPN 106.3 throughout a first pitch.
Wow.
And the tape will be unveiled after this break. So run to YouTube. Don't walk. Run to it, ESPN South Florida, to see the exclusive footage and give us your rating.
I would love to see your rating of it, and based on how good or bad it is, then I'll let you comp it to me. If it's good, then I don't want to hear it. That's C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey for Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3. EDS Air Conditioning. EDS Air Conditioning is a train comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the court, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Joseph Malloy, tax partner and Anshin's Construction Group.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act, also known as the OBBBA, will have a significant impact on tax planning strategies. The bill restores and makes permanent 100% bonus depreciation for all eligible purchases made after January 19, 2025. This tax incentive will influence investments in additional machinery and equipment upgrades, providing an immediate tax deduction and helping contractors increase cash flow. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we strategically guide construction companies through the new tax law to help them develop the right strategy and enhance profitability. If you're a construction executive or owner looking to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Hey, ref, timeout, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With a free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants, delivering cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com, serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Hey, Culligan man!
You've seen the PGA Tour's best on the course, but in the arena, it's prime time. Don't miss the TGL playoffs presented by SoFi beginning Tuesday, March 17th with Boston, LA, Atlanta, and Jupiter vying for the TGL championship. Shot clocks, hammer drops, time now bigger and better.
Strike to catcher Jack Lashley. There we go.
Tickets while they last. TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Woo-wee! Got that thing loaded up over there now. C-Katt in the house. It's your boy Theo Dorsey with Theoretically Speaking, a Top 5 Tuesday. And we have the videos of both Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo doing their first pitches at the Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches. And I'm excited for this, C-Katt. I'm excited to see how the guys did. I can verify that Colin Russo, who looks like is going to be first up here as we're getting ready to debut these videos to the interwebs.
Through from the stretch.
He's on the bump. He's up there. He's not running from the smoke. That's what you would have done as well, right? You wouldn't have did it from the grass?
Oh, of course. I'd toe the rubber, brother.
Just making sure.
It'd be easy.
Just making sure. All right, so how are we doing this? How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this rollout, man?
We might as well start our wonderful get around and start in West Palm Beach.
Let's do it. It's time now. Time now for the get around. So the get around takes us from city to city, place to place, and where are we starting off this bad boy?
Next stop,
West Palm Beach, Florida. Because before a spring training baseball game today, Russo and Rizzo, 4 to 6 p.m. on ESPN 106.3, they threw out the first pitch. Both of them. And if you have not headed to YouTube yet, you can go back and watch what I'm about to describe. First up is Colin Russo. From the stretch, he delivers the first pitch.
Oh.
In the dirt. It made it halfway to the plate and bounced into the strike zone. It's like he's playing cricket. So Colin Russo bounces one. 60 feet 6 inches, if I recall correctly, is the distance between the pitching rubber and home plate.
Yeah.
He made it about 26 feet.
It went straight to the ground. It went straight to the ground there. Is it a way to play that one back before we go to Rizzo's? Because I do want to see. I love the form looks good. But he looks like he's about to sling that thing.
He's a right-hander.
Yeah.
And he is sideways, and that left leg comes up, and it looks good.
Up. I mean, the boy, if you freeze frame it right here, he should take a photograph of this freeze frame, and it looks like he's throwing heat. Like, I would be a little nervous if I'm in the batter's box. And then let's press play.
Oh,
not so nervous anymore.
Oh my gosh, he bails out.
Look at the way the catcher even caught it.
Exactly. He half jokingly framed the pitch that bounced into the strike zone.
It was a little patronizing the way the catcher even received the ball there. It was a little
yeah.
Now, and then we don't even get the reaction shot of Russo because he runs out of there. No way he's proud of that pitch.
No, he shouldn't be. That was the least athletic thing he has ever done in his life.
See, and that's the thing. I don't like it when it hits the dirt. I know mine was bad, but it didn't hit the dirt. So good on Russo for getting on the bump. All right, let's see Mike Rizzo next.
Rizzo also from the stretch, right-hander. He's thinking about this one. He's kind of pondering on the mound.
He is.
And took a deep breath in, a deep breath out. And 6'2", hailing from somewhere in Ohio. Low kick, throws it high.
Okay.
So we have 3 full-time radio hosts at ESPN West Palm.
Yeah.
They have thrown 3 first pitches in Palm Beach County, and they are now cumulatively having a 3-0 count. No one's thrown a strike.
We have not gotten one over. See, I thought there was a message in the team's chat that said Rizzo threw the best first pitch. First of all, his was objectively he went for it the least. Most conservative of the 3 first pitches. Like Russo and I screwed up because we went for it. We actually gave it some gusto. Go back to, can we play Rizzo's back one more time? Where's the effort? Where's the leg kick? He does look locked in, Mike Rizzo, but where's the show me you care.
It's just absolutely sad.
Let me see this.
The catcher had a jump, for what it's worth. There is space between the ground and the catcher at this spring training game.
No leg kick. Look at the leg. Look at his legs. Both his feet on the ground.
Oh, my gosh.
He just threw the ball. It was just a throw. That wasn't a pitch. It was a throw.
Colin kind of went for it and failed epically. Mike Rizzo just didn't go for it.
Just threw it.
And failed in a different way, but it's the best of the 3, I guess, by definition. None of them were strikes.
Congratulations to Mike Rizzo. Definitely the best first throw of the 3, but I can't. And that's the reason why, you know what? If we're doing a first pitch, then dang it, I want to see you pitch the dang baseball. Last year, you ridiculed me, C-Katt, because I went to Cade Chumsley and I had him teach me how to pitch a baseball. I don't know how to pitch. I can throw a baseball. I don't know how to pitch.
Man.
I learned how to pitch the dang baseball. And what did I do when I got on that mound? I tried to pitch it. Now, Mike grew up playing baseball. Pitch the dang ball, man. Let me see Russo's one more time, man. Let me see Russo's. Let me see Russo's, man. I like the form on Colin Russo's pitch. I aspire for my form to look as clean as Colin did on that mound. The follow through and everything. Now the pitch was terrible. It was a bouncer.
I think a freeze frame of the ball like exiting the hand, like that's a good pitch.
That
from
looks
Colin
good.
Russo.
That looks good.
That's a little like Steven Strasburg. You don't have to see where the ball goes, but if you stop it there, it's a great job.
And it's unfair for us to say that his was not a strike. I do believe it bounced its way back into the strike zone. Does that count?
No.
Okay.
It should. I've been a long proponent of that.
You should be able
I
to
don't think it
bounce
should
past it.
matter if the ball hits the ground or not. If it's in the strike zone, it's in the strike zone.
Maybe that's the evolution of baseball. Maybe that's the next frontier. We'll see. But congrats to my boys on actually doing it from the bump at least.
Next up,
we are going to the 3rd best city in Texas.
Okay, so San Antonio.
No.
Austin.
No.
Dallas.
No.
I'm stumped.
It's Houston, Texas.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Where the Lakers beat the Rockets last night, 100-92. And if you haven't been up on your NBA lately, that's LeBron versus KD. The tale as old as time. And KD made a reference about how LeBron's one of the toughest guys to guard. Who wouldn't say that in his career? A reporter asked LeBron James if any version of Kevin Durant is one of the tough to guard in the history of the NBA. Take a listen to what LeBron had to say.
Versions of Kevin, would you say the hardest player that you've had to guard?
I mean, every version. I mean, he continues to get better and better and better. I mean, obviously, him in Golden State was super dynamic because you just couldn't put multiple bodies in front of him because of the threat of Clay and Steph at all time, and also his time in Brooklyn too. When obviously a little bit of the smaller sample, but when Kyrie and James was out there, you couldn't put multiple bodies. Anytime you can't put multiple bodies in front of a great like that has that ability to score the ball is very, very challenging. Even when he was young, and when him and Russ and James, he's never not been great at basketball. So every version.
Do you think that's actually a compliment from LeBron to KD? Because he gave 3 examples why Kevin Durant is a tough guy to guard, hardest guy to guard in his career. And all 3 examples were because there were 2 other great players on his team.
So what I will say is it sounds like a backhanded compliment when you take the question and the answer out of context. But the context around that question was that Kevin Durant said before this game that Miami Heat LeBron was the toughest to deal with. And what was the context around that? It was with 2 superstars, and D-Wade and Chris Bosh. So I don't think it was backhanded. It's true. Any superstar, any elite level scorer, anybody who you have to game plan for is inevitably easier to game plan for if you have less to worry about around them. when they are surrounded by talent, which is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's, that is the reason why he's been able to break Wilt's record. The reason why LeBron's peak was with the Miami Heat, and the reason why Kevin Durant was most unstoppable when he was with the Golden State Warriors is when you have other people that you have to be concerned with, I can't just send doubles at you all night because that'll kill me on the back end. So he's not wrong. I see what you're trying to do there, and you know what? It's good for talk shows. It's probably good for KD specifically because he's sensitive and he might have forgotten the context around it too, and he might tweet something at LeBron, but no, it's all love.
Next stop.
And our final destination of today's get around is the future.
Whoa, is that like tomorrow or is it
fall 2026?
Okay,
when the NFL kicks off their regular season. It will be a Wednesday night on NBC. That is how the NFL is going to start the season, on a Wednesday night because of broadcast rules, tweaking to avoid a Friday night game, and they will have the Melbourne, Australia game on Thursday. So you have 2 games before the first NFL Sunday. The matchup isn't announced quite yet.
Wait a second, hold on a second.
Yes.
It's a Thursday night football game.
That will happen in Melbourne, but that is not the first game of the year.
Okay. And then the first game of the year will be when?
On a Wednesday night.
Why?
They have gotten in the rhythm of doing a Thursday night and a Friday night, but because week 1 of the NFL season is the second week of September, the second Friday of September this year.
Yeah.
There is like broadcast rules and rights to avoid that day during high school football season.
Right. They have to steer clear.
Last 2 years, week 1 of the NFL season was the first Friday of September.
Right.
Now it's the second Friday of September. They cannot broadcast a professional football game on that night. So they now are pivoting to doing a game on Wednesday night and the international Melbourne, Australia game on Thursday.
Okay, got you. Who's the Wednesday night game?
We don't know anything yet.
Oh, okay, because the schedules haven't been
I
released.
think we have the Melbourne game, but we do not have the Wednesday night game.
That's what I was about to say. So the Wednesday night game will be like the Super Bowl champions, so the Seattle Seahawks versus who knows who they pit them against, but likely it'll be the reigning champs at home.
Exactly.
So
That's the tradition.
Seattle.
People are looking at the schedules of who they know who the Seahawks play this year.
Yeah.
And they are prognosticating that the Bears would be a slam dunk.
Okay.
Seahawks, Bears, Wednesday night. The Thursday Melbourne game is going to be the Rams taking on the Niners.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a great.
It's a divisional game, but it's taking place across the world, literally.
Yeah, that's a great game for Melbourne to get. Good on Melbourne. As for the Seahawks, I do wonder what the best possible matchup for them would be, and a showcase of the year 2 Bears under Ben Johnson, potential MVP season from a guy like Caleb Williams. I do like that matchup. And there's a lot of optimism around both of those teams. One of them got better this offseason, and the other one did nothing but lose players for the most part, and I'm talking about the Seahawks. So I'm curious as to whether or not if the Bears are in that slot, if they get to really make their statement game to open the NFL season in prime time, what that could do for that market, what that could do for Caleb's confidence, and what that could do for the overall view of what the Chicago Bears can be in 2026. I'd be excited for that one. I'm with the people on that.
So, yes, there's no announced opponent for the presumable Seahawks on Wednesday night to start the season, but I guess endorsing Seahawks Bears Wednesday night, week 1.
Theo Dorsey, endorse Seahawks Bears in Seattle on a Wednesday night. And also NFL, please stop taking all of our days away. We got to stop this.
I'm okay with that. Now we get to react to both week 1 games on the air.
I know. I mean, it's good for us.
Because for us, a game happens on Friday night, it's as if it's never occurred ever for sports talkers that are on Monday through Friday.
That is true.
Wednesday, you react on Thursday. Thursday, react on Friday.
Here's the thing, though. The NFL, you got to be careful with. They take it. You give them an inch, they take a mile. And you start normalizing these Wednesday games, and these greedy owners, we're going to find out, I don't know, it's going to be some random, digital channel. What's one of the newer? It's going to be like Twitch. Twitch is going to buy into Wednesday night football on the NFL. And before you know it, we're going to have Tuesday afternoon football.
Sending in super chats.
Yeah,
the
like,
Ravens.
yeah.
Hey,
like,
nice play.
after a first down.
You see your comment show up on the screen, and Troy Aikman is like, C-Katt Sports says they should run the ball.
They're hiring streamers. Like Mr. Beast is the play-by-play guy, and they got the Kai Sonata on doing color. Like, I just can't.
That is not far away. Like, we're
know.
joking about it. Like, that is a very real possibility to happen before 2030. Mr. Beast is everywhere.
Yeah, he's at the
able to-
NBA All-Star Weekend last year.
And he did Survivor.
I will reserve my comments. I will reserve my comments.
Hey, Culligan man.
I will not reserve my statements about Culligan Water, though. What was that? What was that button I clicked earlier? That was like a.
We've got Culligan Water Cooler talk coming up in the second hour. You're excited to get to it, but we've got to shoot down a casual take we heard around the office earlier in the week.
Oh, I'll get to that. But what I want to get to right now is how Culligan Water can help the good people here. Right now, you can get 12 months interest free to revamp your entire water system in your home through Culligan. And if that doesn't intrigue you, maybe this will. My personal story with Culligan is I was a young man who didn't understand just how bad Florida water was, including the water in my own home. I actually did what I'm asking you to do. I went to Culligan.com. I requested a free water test. Within days, I was able to schedule out a guy named Tim, who at that point I had not met yet. And in a few days, Tim and I, we worked in lockstep to improve my life because he pulled up to my home, walked up, addressed the water that came out of my faucet, had a test system right there with him, and then within minutes, he was able to show me the many of pollutants and pharmaceuticals and chemicals that were living in my water. I didn't realize Florida has some of the worst water in the nation. It does. And then he told me exactly how Culligan can get systems in my home to help provide for a better lifestyle. I got the reverse osmosis system, and I got the water softener. Both of them have improved the quality of life around my home, and they can improve yours. All you got to do is get that free water test through Culligan. Culligan.com is the place to go. Schedule that water test. See how Culligan can help you. Because if you are curious as to what's in your water and you don't know, let them show you at Culligan, and you will be better for it. Culligan.com. Check out the good people. 12 months interest-free being offered right now to qualified customers. On the other side, we actually are bringing in Tina for the happy hour. And, of course, like C-Katt said, we got some things to address here on the NFL front. I'm Theo Dorsey, that's C-Katt. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
College basketball is heating up, and the tournament is here. Don't let your home get caught off guard. Get game ready now with EDS Air Conditioning. EDS Air Conditioning is a train comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the court, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Celebrate 10 years of the SWA Runaway 5K on Saturday, April 11th at 7:30 a.m. Run or walk on the beautiful SWA Greenway Trail System at the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County. Individual, group, and virtual participants are invited to join the fun. All proceeds support the nonprofit Resource Depot with their efforts to inspire creativity and community engagement through the reuse of waste. To register and learn more, visit swa.org/5K.
Hey, ref, time out, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With a free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants, delivering cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com, serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Hey, Culligan man!
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, save more on what goes into the job. Add power to your lineup with a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt max tool. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, and more. Get the job done right. Keep more in your pocket. That's Pro Savings Days. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It's that time. It's the happy hour. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. On the other side of the glass is C-Katt on the ones and the twos, and Tina Costanza, Espresso Mar-Tina. Despite her never fully embracing her nickname, Tina in the Wild is here with us as well. What up, Tina?
Hello there. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well. You don't have, I guess you have green pants on.
I have green pants on.
The good people can't see that. C-Katt chose to totally avoid the celebration in general.
Jupiter Lynx game day.
Okay, they would have understood, I think.
Yeah, it's
Are they playing the Boston Common Golf?
Exactly.
Okay.
I can't wear green, support Rory. I don't even know who he's going to play because he's not as committed to the league that I wished he would.
Wow. You did try him on that.
Exactly.
At the Players Champion.
So I'm rooting for Tiger, Kisner, Tom Kim, Akshay, or as we call him, Jupiter Lynx fan club, Ashtray.
Well, that was a Tiger thing, I thought.
Yeah, once Tiger gives a nickname, everyone follows suit. So I'm falling in line.
Glaze.
Yeah, you wish, buddy.
What?
So yeah,
I'm buddy me because I called you a Tiger glaze. Once Tiger calls somebody something, we fall in line.
I'm rocking the Jupiter Lynx red in honor of TGL playoffs tonight.
Well, I hope everything goes well for y'all tonight. What T is off at 6:30?
Yeah.
And
But that's not
match
their
at
match. Yeah, it's the LA versus Atlanta at 6:30. And then the match to follow will be Jupiter versus Boston.
Got a long night ahead of him, like we did last night on the Rager, the Bender.
The Rager.
Woo! We also have some show news to present to the good people in a little time at some point today. Tina. When do we want to share show news at today?
I'm ready for it
Whenever.
now.
Well,
Whenever
Catman's
now.
we have to figure this out.
Tina never sat down last night.
Yeah, I did.
Everyone was sitting at the
Yeah, I
table, and
did.
Tina had one hand on her purse and
Yeah.
one hand on the chair.
No, I
and the
didn't.
jacket never came off.
Right, her jacket stayed. I noticed that about her jacket. I'm like, it's not even raining indoors here.
Yeah,
She kept her
My
rain jacket on.
jacket?
Yeah.
Tina never took the keys out of the ignition on her car.
all
She was
a
double
lie.
It
parked.
was she was double parked. The guy kept coming in like, "Hey, you sure?" And she's like,
I sat down the whole entire time. I didn't even have on a rain jacket. I brought an umbrella. And I did not have my hand on my bag at all.
You didn't?
No, it was in front of me the whole time.
Tina didn't have an open tab. That's how you know
No, I
someone's
had
not
water.
planning on being there.
That is true. That's the best sign.
Go ahead and close me out. And the one person who thought they were going to have a long night and a fun night ahead, like, yeah, you can close
That's always
me out
awkward.
too.
That's always awkward, yeah. When you're older and next to each other, you leave yours open, they close theirs. You're like, oh, thanks.
Well, what's wrong? I had a water and I stayed a good amount of time.
I mean, I know you were counting.
No, I wasn't.
She's like, I stayed a good amount of time. Damn it, I counted down.
Didn't conceal any yawns. Just,
Nothing.
Oh man,
nothing.
Oh, Mondays, right?
It was. Hey, it was a good little vibe though, man. We made it. Did we even hit? We didn't get to midnight. We didn't make it to midnight.
No, we didn't make it to midnight. The party got more like interesting, and the crowd got bigger the later you got into the night because apparently people do these all night St. Patrick's Day things as if striking midnight for St. Patty's is the same as the New Year.
That's kind of wild.
Didn't realize that was a thing.
Bringing in St. Patrick's Day on that's overkill.
Yeah, we talked about how the Dolphins, or I did. I think the Dolphins have entered rehab.
Yes.
When it comes to football acceptance, like I think you have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
If you are ringing in the St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. If you're counting down, I'm glad we didn't make it to midnight last night because we were at a bar where they would have probably been counting down.
Wait, did you guys go next door?
No.
After the first bar? Okay.
We walked to a different Irish bar.
Okay.
Yeah, it was another Irish bar we ended up kicking it at. And they were ready. They had a lot of stuff. And people were there. And I didn't think about that. Maybe they were there to ring in St. Patty's Day, too.
Right. Who is the one person in the TV show The Office that loves St. Patrick's Day the most? Meredith. And who has the drinking problem in the TV show The Office? Meredith.
Yes. Yes. There is a deep-rooted association. If you are a thorough St. Patty's Day celebrator, you probably are maybe overindulging a little bit. So we didn't make it.
Because when I was walking to downtown Clematis to kick off the celebration after work, after Russo and Rizzo, I was thinking to myself, man, the Monday before St. Patrick's Day might be the least amount of drinking holiday day of the year.
Slowest day, we thought.
Slowest drinking day of the year because it's a Monday.
Off of the weekend.
Off the weekend, you're probably going to go out, if you like going out, the following day, if you're going to day drink on any work day.
Yeah.
Why would you go out on Monday? You need to have all of your facilities with you, and you got to be ready to grind the following day. People went out. I was impressed.
I was impressed as well. Maybe they was pulling double headers. Tina, though, was saving herself for tonight.
Yeah. Tina's like, I have a marathon to run tomorrow, so I got to conserve some energy.
How's the dog? Was the dog just waiting on you to get back? Oh,
yeah,
Tina,
the dog was great. We went on a nice little walk when I got home.
Nice little walk.
Sorry.
That's sad. It's sad.
In honesty, Tina stayed long enough to where I was not perturbed when she left.
Yes.
She wasn't even the first to dip.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We had others from the office dip first.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was proud. I was very happy with Tina having things to do, people to see, dogs to, I don't know, take care of. She still made the show night out a priority.
Effort. Made a great effort. Was out there. We kicked it. It was good vibes. We only changed locations once.
Mm-hmm.
That's an all-time low for benders. We can't consider last night a bender because we only changed locations once.
Man, on the scale from quiet night out or just like staying home to bender, we were less than halfway there.
Yeah, if it was 1 to 10, we probably 3.
Try to play darts.
They threw a little darts. We played a little darts. Actually,
the dartboards were broken.
Tough darts night.
When I was out of town a few weeks ago in Clearwater for one of our ESPN events, we played darts, and I had so much fun.
Yeah.
I was hitting bullseye, left and right, and they weren't counting because I don't know what kind of game we were playing.
The bullseye's in the center.
I know that, but that's really good when you hit it a lot.
She's saying left and right is
like I was hitting. I was getting it like.
They're saying left and right of the bullseye.
No, I was getting bullseye like a lot.
Yeah, you gotta be more precise there.
And that wasn't the game we were playing.
What game were y'all playing?
I don't know.
Cricket, probably.
I don't know what game we were playing. I was playing one of our teammates here, John O'Terry.
Yeah.
And he was like, it doesn't matter if you got a bullseye.
Wow.
He was like, you need to
think
get
it's just being sour grape?
Yeah, so quick to discredit.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's very O'Terry-esque. He's one of those guys that's like, if you accomplish anything around him, he's like, well, that's not the goal.
But I had so much fun. I was like, I want to play darts now more often.
All right. Well, there you go.
I have some FOMO that I missed that last night.
To a new hobby that Tina has stumbled upon. The quick news and note here, if you're just tuning in to Theoretically Speaking, we discussed it in the first hour. JAYLEN WADDLE off to the Denver Broncos. The Dolphins getting back a first-round pick. What this means for Miami, They are now one of 5 teams in this NFL draft coming up that has 2 first-round picks, and they have 7 in the top 100. It is a hard reset. C-Katt talked about it earlier, them being now sober. They're being football sober. I think the Dolphins mean serious business as they're moving on from all of the fun stuff and the joy that they provided with that offensive attack, and they're looking to resource this roster from the ground up. I'm excited for the future of the Miami Dolphins. I'm excitement around futures is a theme here today, and I think it started with the news of the Jaylen Waddle trade. Last night we might have missed out on multiple drinks. I actually didn't get a Cinderella story. I forgot to order it because I forgot the name of it, but maybe we have a cocktail of the day. I did. I just remembered it now.
No, if Theo walks up to a bar, can I get you're peeking around like the bar and seeing what they got there.
Yeah.
Can you have one Cinderella story, please?
The second bar we went to, the bartender, she was actually like a little antagonistic towards us for our orders.
That was the weakest selection of anything behind a bar I've ever seen.
Didn't have any of the goods for us. And then like she made it seem like it was our fault that we ordered the things that they didn't have.
It was a question of whether I could get a Diet Coke and rum.
He hesitated.
She had to
was
think
like,
about it. Let me see. All right. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, what do you have? At that point, if we went 0 for 3 on our first 3 orders for drinks at that bar last night, at that point, they need to start offering things to me. Like, give me a menu or something.
Yeah.
I got to be honest, I kind of laid on the hints. I said, all right, 0 for 3. Do you guys want to? That was my saying we should go somewhere else. And no one picked up on that.
Should have just said it.
I didn't want to be heavy-handed with it in front of the bartender.
Okay. I mean, yeah, she would have been cool. She was already barking at us. We could have barked back.
I guess so. She called me needy when I asked for darts.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It was playful, but still.
A little sassy. Sassy bartender last night. Do we have is our drink today going to be a little sassy? Come a little sass?
Not sassy, but St. Patrick's Day themed.
All right.
The Emerald Mule. You've got Irish whiskey, fresh lime juice, ginger beer, a simple syrup, fresh mint leaves, and a lime wedge to garnish.
Playing the hits.
I've seen on social, though, I've never had a Guinness before, but there is a hack if you're not a Guinness fan or don't want a Guinness. People are getting 2 espresso martinis and just putting that into 1 pint glass, and it looks like a Guinness.
Oh.
But it's an espresso martini.
Okay.
Because you got the dark coffee.
Makes sense.
And then you have on top, like, the foam.
Foaminess, yeah.
And it looks like a Guinness, but really it's a double espresso martini.
Yeah, for those that are insecure.
Right. I'm like,
you don't need a Guinness. Don't drink a Guinness.
Right. I guess they want to fit in. People like fitting in for the cheerses and stuff for St. Patrick's Day.
I guess so. I've had 1 sip of 1 Guinness in my life, and I gave that reaction of the guy who was disgusted by the drink.
Couldn't do it. So Guinness isn't bad. I don't order it often.
I've never had it.
Guinness I don't understand why it's such a, I guess it is specific.
It's a thick beer.
It is thick.
Which I don't like beer, so it's my fault I don't like Guinness. It's not really a Guinness problem. They're very successful for a reason.
The beer C-Katt likes, they have to go to the store and buy them.
Dude.
Because he's the only one who drinks
we watched
them
the
at
bar restock for him.
It happens every other time. I go to...
That's crazy to me.
Bunch of different bars, order the same drink every time, a specific hard cider, and they always restock after I go there. Not because I'm throwing them back 6 at a time, but because those bottles in the fridge near the bar were there for the past 3 months. So I guess we got to restock now.
It's a popular drink though. I guess it's not popular to order at bars though.
The specific cider I get, the orchard itself, is just 30 minutes from where I grew up.
Right.
So I have connection to there.
Hometown.
My aunt works there.
Do you get a hometown discount?
If I asked.
Okay.
But I wouldn't ask.
What? I'll definitely ask. For this cocktail of the day? This cocktail of the day segment, not the cocktail itself, is presented to us by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
With a St. Patrick's themed cocktail, you can always get lucky if you take your car to St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Okay.
You don't have to worry. They are the experts for maintenance, for tires, for batteries. Trust your vehicles at St. Lucie Battery and Tire. They've got locations in the Treasure Coast, Port St. Lucie, or here in West Palm and Palm Beach County. I only take my vehicle there. We are safe on the road always. because I trust St. Lucie Battery and Tire with Sally, the Sonata. Go to slbt.com to see the services that they provide in the closest location to you.
You want to hear one of the wildest lines I've seen in an ESPN.com article in quite some time? Centered around the World Baseball Classic, which last night, Team Venezuela beat Team Italy, or USA Junior, whatever they want to call themselves, as C-Katt has alluded to.
Team Staten Island, Team Jersey Shore versus Team Venezuela.
And Team Venezuela prevailed thanks to like 4 straight 2-out hits where they took the lead in the 7th inning, and they marched on to victory last night.
They sent Mike the Situation home.
So disrespectful to Team Italy. They'll be back 3 years from now. Here's a line out of this article on .com right now. This is penned by Jorge Castillo, and it's talking about what happened last night and what is to come. Next up for Venezuela is a date with the star-studded U.S. team in the American city with the highest concentration of Venezuelan natives. 2.5 months after the United States launched a military strike to capture Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, and his wife, Celia Flores, on January 3rd. I get the context of it all, sir, and you are a great journalist. I purposefully read this article for that. I wanted to see how they were going to carefully craft in the fact here, and this is Jorge Castillo here on .com, how he was going to carefully, curate the fact that, yes, there was a bit of a military operation between these two countries that happened within this calendar year. And literally, in the same sentence that he talks about Team Venezuela making this Cinderella-esque run, this is their first ever World Baseball final.
Oh.
He's talking about how, yes, in 2.5 months ago, we kind of had this little thing with them that made a lot of, world news. Kind of awkward, kind of weird.
Yeah.
A lot of Venezuelans in South Florida, too. I did not know that was the highest concentration in Miami.
It's really not Cuba? Or I guess in terms of Venezuelans in the U.S.
Highest American city, yeah. It says, the American city with the highest concentration of Venezuelan natives.
All right. So they have the biggest piece of the pie than anywhere else. That's still a lot, yeah. Wow.
That is an extremely high amount, especially in South Florida when you think about these guys, Cubans, you got all these other different, demographics that are there. Apparently, there's a lot of Venezuelans. So 2 things I'm gathering from this. Number one, the Venezuelan team is definitively the underdog tonight?
Yes. USA is -270.
Gotcha. Because they're painting it as such. Secondarily, you might be disappointed for like the 3rd or 4th straight World Baseball Classic game that happens on U.S. territory or U.S. soil, but it's going to be infiltrated by teams or fans of the opposing team.
Yeah, that's
Lone
probably
Depot
going to happen.
It's going to be full of Venezuelan fans.
I've heard the
tonight.
get-in price is like $450 tonight.
Yeah.
At Lone Depot Park. And seeing the crowds last night, I wasn't watching the game live. I was drinking my hard cider with my comrades here at ESPN West Palm. But I saw that place get packed. Like they actually filled the upper decks in Miami, which is not something the Marlins have been able to do.
They're like finding things up there that's been there for 8 years. They're like, what the hell is oh damn. It's like, what's going on? Is there a penny here? They stopped making these.
Is that a Harambe shirt?
Yeah. Free Harambe. Like, that is the craziest part about this is Lone Depot Park is getting absolutely bludgeoned with fans, which is a good thing. And we keep hearing from everybody. Like, we talked to somebody in the office that went, one of our teammates. Yesterday, we got a call from JAYLEN Gilkey down out of Miami. Everybody that you speak to that leaves one of these games, including the players themselves, say this is the best baseball environment they've ever played in or watched.
Tina, is the WBC getting any of your attention span these past 2 weeks?
None at all.
At all?
No.
Does it even make your social media feed, though?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's happening. I mean, it's like there's not – here's the thing, though. It's still baseball, and it's more hardcore sport, though. There's no like
no, but once you incorporate nationality and patriotism and the equivalent for any other country of patriotism, you're going to get more casuals.
Yes, but there's no who are the characters here that transcend baseball? None of the characters in the game tonight transcend the actual sport of baseball. You're a baseball fan if you're a fan of these guys.
Aaron Judge is pretty big.
Didn't he give a really boring speech, though?
You know what? He's not doing our job.
I remember seeing that on my circle.
Paul Skeens transcends baseball in a different way.
He's pretty close to it though. Doesn't he have he's with Libby
Dunn,
okay.
Yeah.
So
and he was also in the Air Force, so you have those cool little intertwined reason to play in this game more than the other teammates.
Yeah.
Which he's not going to play in tonight's final, but he pitched very well against Dominican Republic.
What do we think it is though about the baseball stars that they don't tend to transcend the sport? Because you're saying that, and sure, but like Aaron Judge, as big as he is, he's
because you see Aaron Judge do baseball things, if you're lucky, 7 times a game.
Oh, okay,
in in like a combined 5 minutes of baseball. Every at bat, any ball hit to him.
Yeah.
Quarterback is on the field half the game. Basketball player is on the courts 80% of the game.
Yeah, with no helmet on.
Right.
So just more marketability and all of that. There was a time in which, though, I feel like baseball players had more of a mark, but But again, the stars of tonight are only really known for the baseball of it all.
But once you wear the stars and stripes, it's not like anybody knew those American hockey players.
Yeah, they still don't.
Right, like Jack Hughes is known just because of he played on the team with his brother and scored one of those winning goals, and of course the FaceTime after the fact. Like he got big in positive and just in other ways as well.
Yeah,
but not until they wore that jersey.
Right.
Once you wear that jersey, you represent the country and the sport, and it matters more outside of your last name.
So what would be the best result for tonight's World Baseball Classic if it not for? I mean, obviously everybody wants Team USA to win, but for notoriety purposes, for it to cross Tina's social media feed and her to actually care about it, what do we need to happen tonight?
A lasting impact.
Low key, we need like the Trout Ohtani thing, but for it to go in our favor.
Right. Would we remember it more from losing this game or winning this game?
From winning it, but it would.
Really? I don't know. Because USA should win.
Oh,
if they win
Venezuela.
6-0 tonight, I'm kind of like,
that's
all right, nice. That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
If USA loses a heartbreaker and you can kind of demonize a USA baseball player, that would make the event more memorable. If you have...
It would have to be judged, though, huh?
That's honestly true.
I know. He just didn't want to say it. He realized it.
If Aaron
blanketed
Judge,
it with a baseball player from team. No, it's Aaron Judge.
Similar to the 2024 World Series, where the Yankees had a 5-0 lead. They were down in the series 3-1. It was Game 5, and there was a ball hit to center field where Aaron Judge just whiffed on it, and that started the snowball effect. They lost that game and lost the series. If Aaron Judge has a calamitous error or is 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts and USA loses, that will be more memorable than a 6-2 USA win.
Which is most likely.
For sure, USA to win.
I didn't realize Ronald Acuna Jr. was Venezuelan either until this tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know what I thought he was. I knew it wasn't like I knew it was something. I didn't know it was Venezuelan.
Any issue with him saying when they beat Japan last round, walk into the locker room saying, we ate sushi tonight, and then last night he said, we ate pizza tonight when they beat Team Italy? Any issue with that? He said it in Spanish. Comimos.
I don't know whether or not Japanese people or Italian people should be offended. Now, my one issue would be like, out of all the Italian dishes, you went with pizza? Like, I could have went rigatoni. Like, I love Italian food. So for you to go pizza, it's like going burgers for America, which I guess is our thing. But
yeah, I guess so.
Pizza's like pizza's American damn near.
It's close. It's almost like American Chinese food is like American, not Chinese. That's not what they eat in China.
Sushi, Japanese food, when I think of Japanese food, sushi's one of the first things, number one. Italian food, I'm not going straight to pizza.
Fair enough.
Fettuccine.
But maybe that's the...
rigatoni.
We have an in-house Venezuelan down the hall from us right now. Can ask about it. But maybe in Venezuela, that's the Italian food that permeates into Venezuela.
It's the Italian food that goes everywhere. It's pizza.
Right. Maybe they don't have spaghetti and meatballs in Venezuela, so they don't think of spaghetti and meatballs as Italian.
How do you say bolognese again?
Bolognese.
Bolognese. Yeah, that is amazing. I love bolognese. I always call it bolognese, and I've never been corrected until like a month ago.
That's unbelievable.
My whole life. I was in Italy calling it that.
Wow, they were mocking you behind closed doors.
Yeah, they were going to do that anyway.
Why? Because you're doing a fake Italian accent?
I do love a little. I told C-Katt this in confidence, Tina.
Oh.
when I'm in other countries or I'm around other accents, I accidentally adopt them.
Oh, okay.
And I accidentally I get myself in a little trouble sometimes doing that. It's not to mock. Again, maybe Martin Luther King Jr. was just trying to like show love to their cultures.
Well, it's kind of like the WBC equivalent of the NBA's "We're smoking on that Jason Tatum pack tonight." Right? You're just saying it except with an ethnic food that they're famous for.
Yeah, well, no.
I thought I'm close.
No.
Yeah, I'm in the ballpark.
I was with you. It's like,
I think it's close.
It's close. But they said that on a broadcast. I thought there was a broadcast where where somebody said something about smoking a certain pack, and I was like, I don't know if you can do that, sir. Not sure if you can. I'm not quite sure.
That's like a victory cigar. I don't think that's a problem. You can say that.
I know, but it's a little.
Wow, big J journalist Theo Dorsey thought that we were above that.
Well, I'm not saying we're good. I'm saying if you're on an actual NBA broadcast, I wouldn't go that far.
All right,
but that's me. Maybe I'm operating out of fear. You know who won't be fearful? The players tonight at TGL at the SoFi Center in Palm Beach Gardens in the playoffs. It's the semifinals tonight. C-Katt's going to be in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Should we expect any antagonizing questions?
Yes, because we have – all right, golf media people are not great at asking questions.
It's true.
I am.
Yeah.
So they need me.
I love that. I love that out of C-Katt. I agree with them. C-Katt's better at asking questions than the golf media.
He's not afraid.
He's unafraid. And he also doesn't have they have a certain level of reverence that and they address these players like there's a vertical relationship, like a hierarchy.
Like, please, sir, can I have an answer?
No. C-Katt goes right in and he goes for the jugular, and that's why they need C-Katt there at the SoFi Center tonight following the TGL playoff matches so he can ask the questions that need to be asked. Because on the actual field of play, you're going to have the shot clocks. You're going to have the hammer drops. You're going to have the timeouts in the overtime. It's bigger and better. It's season 2. It's the playoffs, and it's tonight at the SoFi Center, tglgolf.com. Get your tickets. I don't even know if there's any tickets left available.
I checked yesterday.
Yeah.
There were tickets available yesterday as of about 5:30 p.m.
Okay, so check now, tglgolf.com, and see if there's any way for you to get in the house for either tonight or for the finals on the following night. This is where it goes down, and you're going to want to be in the building to see who gets crowned champion in the second season. We were there when the Atlanta Drive did it last year. See who gets it this year, tglgolf.com. Get your tickets while they last. TGL is presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. We have an exciting show announcement. We have an exciting, but also maybe a little bit disheartening. So there's going to be mixed emotions around an announcement that we have for the good people on the other side. So make sure you're sticking around through the end here, theoretically speaking, because things are a-changing. Speaking of, the Dolphins changed their look. They traded off JAYLEN Waddle for a heap of picks to the Denver Broncos. And Joe is in Jupiter, and he joins us on the Baptist Health Hotline. Joe has a good feeling, a sneaky feeling about this Dolphins trade. What's up, Joe?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on again. Love the show, as you know. And you know where my heart resides, which is Dallas Cowboys. You know where I'm from. Been here 5 years, but resided in Texas for the first 40-something years of my life, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I will I saw this coming, and I'll tell you why. Can you give me I'll let you guess on who's in the front office that is making this happen. And I heard him talk about it about a month ago because he's on a national radio show, or not national, local that I listen to, and I'm listening to your show. I stream them out of Dallas.
Troy Aikman?
And he's on every Thursday during the football season. And his last broadcast, he was on.
Talking about Troy Aikman?
That's it.
Troy Aikman, who apparently is like an advisor to this Dolphins staff. So what have you been hearing from Troy Aikman that let you know that JAYLEN Waddle will be moving?
Well, he said things were coming. Things were changing. He couldn't He couldn't expose exactly what, but they have him on for like 20 minutes weekly for all during the season, and then last one was right after the Super Bowl, and him and Joe Buck were on, and they couldn't say what, but Troy Aikman, being a part of the Miami organization, was saying, I feel really good about what's going to be happening in the next few weeks and months for this organization, blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, he wouldn't have accepted the job. They reached out to him, and he's about, as you know, one of the brightest football minds that I've ever listened to. And so this might be part of he might be part of it because he couldn't say what. But I just think that if you're a Miami Dolphins fan, I mean, my heart's with the Cowboys, but I am now. You know, I live here.
He's thinking about
I
it.
wish the best. And gosh, you know, he's one of my idols from in my 20s.
Just say it, Joe. No. You need to just say it. Just say it. You are a Dolphins fan right now. Troy Aikman is converting you into a Dolphins Junior fan.
I think I am. Yeah. I know you went to the Chiefs from Houston.
Yeah.
I never thought I would do it, but I'm kind of rooting for them. They got all these picks. They got
boom. That's it, Joe. I just needed you to say it. I needed you to admit it. I appreciate your call there on the Baptist Health Hotline. Joe in Jupiter is a Dolphins convert. Now he might still have a little love for the Cowboys. He'll be rooting for them, but he knows that operation's been unserious for 3 decades. He's feeling the flow that Troy Aikman is bringing to those Miami Dolphins.
Troy Aikman said things are changing and just start from scratch.
That's it. I appreciate the call, Joe. You joined us there on the Baptist Health Hotline. You gave us some good things to work with there, a little juice. And we also learned that, again, you can be flexible with your fandom, especially if you lived in the area and you're catching a wave and your guy Aikman is making something shake. Yeah, why not? Why not pull for those Dolphins to win? We'll see if it can work out. That was the Baptist Health Hotline that Joe joined us on, though, and you know that Baptist Health Orthopedic Care welcomes you to being treated like a pro. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our expert team delivers the same advanced care that is trusted by the pros. Do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Get back to the life and the activities that you love. Learn more about how you can get back to those hobbies, to the things you did with your family, your friends. It's just overall enjoying your daily life. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That's baptisthealth.net/ortho. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Riveting, groundbreaking show news on the other side as people are cheersing and celebrating St. Patrick's Day, walking in and around City Place. They don't know how seismic things are about to get, so make sure you stay tuned so you could be up to date as well. That is Tina. That is C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Right now, there may be another driver swerving in and out of lanes, tailgating others, and just won't let up on the gas. It may be stressful, but keep doing you. Because you are going the speed limit, using that blinker like a pro, and embracing the space with the driver in front of you. Nice. Let's keep our roads chill. Brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
This St. Patrick's Day weekend, let's keep our community safe from drunk driving. If you celebrate a little too much, don't rely on the luck of the Irish. Use a rideshare or designated driver. From your friends at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Hey, ref, time out, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With a free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants, delivering cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com. Serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Hey, Culligan man!
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $899 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Kevin McHale, tax partner in Anshin's Real Estate Group.
Under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, recent changes to the Opportunity Zone program include a rolling capital gains deferral period, updated basis step-up, and tax-free appreciation rules, new categories of qualifying funds, and revised criteria for the census tracts that qualify as Opportunity Zones. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we help real estate professionals navigate through the new qualified Opportunity Zone rules so their investments align with their goals of maximizing deferrals, minimizing capital gains, and ensuring compliance with the updated legislation. If you're launching a new fund or restructuring existing investments, let Anshin strategically guide you through these changes and deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
This is it. The final week of spring training at Cacti Park at the Palm Beaches is here. And once it's over, you gotta wait till next year for baseball in West Palm Beach. It's live Major League Baseball, afternoon games, evening games, Astros and Nationals action every single day. If you've been meaning to go, this is your moment. What are you waiting for? These are the last home games of the spring, and the last home game is coming up fast on March 22nd. Don't miss baseball in your backyard. Check the schedule and secure your seats now at cactipark.com.
Hi, this is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Technology is everywhere, and someone has to keep it all connected. Train for an in-demand career through the Low Voltage Technician Career Certificate at Palm Beach State College. In just 27 weeks by day or 42 weeks at night, you'll gain hands-on training installing security, audio-visual, data, and communication systems for smart homes and businesses. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. Wire your future for success at Palm Beach State College. Visit pbsc.com.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine accident. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Spring training at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium is underway. Don't miss your chance to catch the Miami Marlins and St. Louis Cardinals before their time is up out in Jupiter. And make sure you check out that brand new Jupiter Medical Center Champions Club featuring the Cardinals and Marlins legends every Saturday, as well as that Saturday post-game concert series lineup. We got Pickleball Day coming up. Pickleball Day is this Saturday, the 21st. You'll be able to purchase a special game day package. It includes a reserve box ticket. You can get a Cardinals and Marlins pickleball paddle. And most importantly, of course, you'll be in the house to watch good old game. And also check out the Palm Beach Royals pickleball team as they're going to do a pregame clinic on the concourse. Tickets, groups, suites, mini plans, and the VIP experience all on sale right now. All you got to do is go online, RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com. We're moving. We're grooving. The Miami Dolphins were moving pieces this morning, and it sparked some conversation around the office.
Does Jim in accounting watch one game a year and think he can be an NBA GM?
You don't trade a guy like Dame unless you actually know ball, which I do.
Is Mark in the mailroom talking your ear off about what's wrong with football today?
Give me that budget and I'll have this roster fixed by Friday. Guaranteed.
Does Ted in sales go on and on about how he would manage the bullpen?
Complete games used to mean something. I don't know what this is anymore.
Time to shoot the casuals down. This is Water Cooler Talk, presented by Culligan. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
As soon as I walked through the doors today at ESPN West Palm, I could tell the temperature was changing. Things were feeling a little bit off. That's when I stumbled over into Ted in Supplies. Ted in Supplies. This guy, man, you know, he controls with the staple flow. Can't get staples reloaded without Ted.
We got to replace his job with AI or something.
I know.
We do not need to be paying supplies.
I was thinking it. You said it. I appreciate you being the guy to say it, and especially after he gave me this terrible take about the Miami Dolphins. So Ted's been a Dolphins fan his whole life. He said, Theo, this is going to be the most miserable Dolphins season in my existence. They traded away everybody. We got absolutely nothing. We got a bunch of draft picks and no clue what we're going to get from them, and they expect me to show up at Hard Rock Stadium. But you know what, Ted? You and the rest of the Dolphins fans need to sit and rejoice today because you might not have a winning team. You might not have the excitement or the entertainment, but you have direction and you have fluidity. When you have those two things, at the very least, you can feel good about the direction or the future of your franchise. Don't be so short-sighted, Ted. And also, maybe you want to check in on, like, you know, Indeed, LinkedIn, other things, because Ted, AI is getting ready to replace you, according to C-Katt. It's a little Culligan water cooler talk. And apparently, Ted ain't the only one. Been searching around on the monster.coms as well. The throwback.
Yeah. You know, we're a ZipRecruiter station.
ZipRecruiter, there we go. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, come on, man. You got to brush up on someone sportsmanlike.
Oh, my gosh. Am I going to get in trouble for that?
No.
No.
C-Katt.
Yeah, what's up?
What you been up to lately?
You know, I've got some news to share.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I've got some news to share. And I like to be melodramatic about small occurrences in my life. I have teased the audience before about massive life changes in my life or the station's life. But I do have news that I am leaving the station and leaving the show. I am moving to Milwaukee and working for those Packers fans up north. That is my plan right now.
This guy. Catman always telling jokes.
No. It's real.
What? What's real?
The news is real. I am skipping town tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
You're leaving right after the show?
I have packed my car already. And, yeah, I just got my hamper for my dirty clothes today and my bathroom supplies. That is all that is not packed yet. And I am leaving, theoretically speaking, forever.
Woo! Did you see the confetti? Throw more confetti, please, Grace. Throw more confetti as C-Katt makes his announcement. Oh, in the cat cave.
Wow.
C-Katt, there's a congrats sign behind him, and I'm sure anybody watching the stream was like, what the heck is that? It said Kong. You can only see that part of it. There's a congrats sign behind you, and C-Katt, this is like, you are... You are going to be so incredibly missed. Now, tomorrow's going to be your farewell for real. It's going to be your final show here on Theoretically Speaking, so you'll get a chance to embrace, engage with the audience. We'll relive some memories here, but like,
if you want to see us crying in person, come to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium tomorrow.
That is a good reason to get yourself a ticket to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium because that is going to be. We're doing our last show on the road in front of your favorite sport, a little baseball action.
I know. It's the first job I've left that I've loved. So it's going to be pretty difficult.
Wow. It actually makes me sad. That brings a little water to tears.
I know. C-Katt has been in it. How long ago did you start your journey here at ESPN West Palm?
I began here in August of 2022. Was on the air every day from August of 2022 on, or 2023 on. And, I've been here for most of the over 450 episodes of Theoretically Speaking.
Yeah. Man, we did this thing. We got that news on the same day. Within a week or so, we got the ball rolling. And theoretically speaking, 450-plus episodes. And now he's leaving us stranded, leaving us out the draft. Couldn't even make it to 500, Tina.
I know.
Criticizing you for not making it out the last night to past 9. He couldn't even make it to 500 episodes with us. Doing us dirty.
Yeah. I saw Russo and Rizzo's first pitch, and I said, that's enough.
that was it. The final straw for C-Katt is how he emailed.
Strike to your catcher, Jack Morasnik. There we go.
That way in the Midwest, we have reasons for leaving us, not just leaving us high and dry for nothing.
Strike to your catcher, Jack Morasnik. There we go.
Emotional day. It's going to bring tears to eyes, and not for the same reasons that Russo and Rizzo brought tears to eyes with their first pitches. These are good tears.
Yeah.
Joyous tears. Are you excited?
Yeah.
That was really good.
Staying in the I was about to say he's nervous. He's nervous to leave. Staying in the company at least. Good Karma Brands.
Yes.
In Milwaukee. They're getting a good one. We'll talk about that and more on the other side tomorrow. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.